We always position the progressive movement for power. If you watch me any amount of time, you know I operate on two wavelengths. I say it all the time: pragmatism and idealism. I am an idealist at heart, but I've been trained pragmatically. My scholarship training is realism as much as I hope for idealism. I am a realist by training, and I have to view the world through a pragmatic lens, but I'm still an idealist underneath. This is why this is important, because in the midst of all of my idealism, I understand that there are some practical, pragmatic things that we have to do that are not going to be fun, that are not going to fall in line perfectly with idealism, with our values. It won't. And what I'm talking about is specifically at this point is putting political teeth into the progressive movement to bite the ass of everyone around us, in the sense that we always position the progressive movement for power, not at the cost of our souls, not at the cost of our beliefs, but without fear of power. Because I think a lot of people in the progressive movement are fearful of matriculating through certain environments because they see how repugnant it is, right? I understand that. Some people would never want to spend a weekend at a Democratic event, a convention, because they would be vomiting every other 5 minutes because they see all the games being played. I get that. However, there are two things that we must be pragmatic about in order to keep the progressive movement moving forward. Number one, all the people I see saying they're leaving the Democratic Party as soon as this election is over, and they are only Democrats just to vote for Bernie Sanders, and they'll never. And it's almost like a protest that we're going to go independent after that. That is not pragmatic. It may be in line with your moral conscience, and I get it. But from a pragmatic point of view, we will be in the same exact position 2 and 4 years from now, because you're not registered inside of a party that we need to either get rid of the party or take over the party. Whatever your solution is, the solution is not to allow this same exact thing that happened in 2016 to ever happen again. And if everyone is tearing up their Democratic registration, then what happens in 2018 and 2020? When you run into the exact same infrastructure problems, the exact inability to vote because you weren't registered a Democrat. Here's the thing. Pragmatically, it makes absolutely no difference whether you keep your registration as Democrat or actually, I'm sorry, that whole statement is wrong. Let me start that statement again. Pragmatically, it makes all the world of a difference to keep your registration as a Democrat, whether or not you support them on anything. You know why? Because if there comes an occasion where we have the ability to elect a progressive candidate and elect them through the Democratic Party, just like we saw in 2016, then you will be prepared for it. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same exact position. It may make you sick to your stomach because of your idealism, because of your just everything the Democratic Party has taken you through. But it does not mean that you support the Democratic Party. It does not mean that you're going to fall in line with the Democratic Party. It simply means you are remaining in position for the very next opportunity you can to elect true progressives. Pragmatically, I'm sorry, the Green Party is not a solution. Pragmatically, it's not. Currently, it's not. It's not. But pragmatically, you can remain a Democrat and vote for the Green Party. Stay a Democrat so that you can affect change in the Democratic Party whenever the opportunity rarely presents itself, like it did in 2016, and then go vote your conscience with the Green Party. I don't care how you do it, but if you don't want to see the same exact scenario come up in 4 years, don't protest by taking away your own power. And number two, we have to make politically calculated moves. We have to. And included in that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. You came here for my opinion. If you don't like it, you can cut it off at this point. But in my opinion, that includes Bernie Sanders demanding huge concessions, something along the lines of the VP spot, to show the political wherewithal of the progressive movement, to show that we're not just idealists that are going to go home when it's all said and done and not be in their face every day for the next 4 years. That doesn't mean you as an individual have to go out and vote for Hillary Clinton. All that means is that if Hillary Clinton manages to get to the White House, she would be in the White House with the most progressive vice president that we've had in generations. And it's a constant reminder that she did not get there without him. It's a constant reminder that the progressive movement will always be here. That is a political calculation that puts teeth in the progressive movement that may cause you some stomach aches at night. I get it. But if all we do as progressives is operate solely on idealistic principles, and we're unwilling to make calculated decisions to gain power for progressivism, then we will forever be on the outside of political power, completely incapable of enacting progressive ideologies. And again, like I said many months ago, I haven't said it in a long time, I have no problem doing the dirty work for the right reason. You're going to need somebody to do it. All right, folks, I'm out of here.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.thebenjamindixonshow.com to register for our blog, join the Progressive Army, and support The Benjamin Dixon Show. It's Ben Dixon! If you like this episode, be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Consider becoming a Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/The BPD Show and support The Benjamin Dixon Show.